Hey guys, it's been a whole year since I posted my RoCitizens custom house tutorial video, and so much has happened building-wise in RoCitizens since then. When I posted it, we didn't have empty plots, glass panes, co-owner building permissions, and the building blocks counted towards the 1250 furniture limit, which they are now limited by a house model of 5,000. Let's get into it. Step 1. Figure out your layout. Find some inspiration online or around you. If you have a certain theme you want to use for your house, make sure to look for those on Google or Pinterest, I recommend. If this is your first time, something small may be a good choice, but let your creativity run wild. Finding images that have the layout and the outside is a very lucky find. Most of the time, I have to make my own layout or find a random layout and just use the theme I found around it. Step 2. Empty plot. Spawn in your empty plot blueprint at any of the 3 house locations, the plains, mountain, or the beach. If you want to know how to get this, make sure to check out my Bob's construction site quest video. Step 3. Flooring. Measure out the blank plot by fully sizing up building blocks to see how far forward you want the house to start. You can also use this tactic to measure the middle of windows or doors or anything like that. Plan the house layout by placing building blocks with the texture of the room's floors down. Grass can be used for bedroom or office carpet. Wood can be planks for almost every room, and marble can be used for kitchens, bathrooms, or garages. Just don't overuse those textures throughout the house. If you're making a patio, you can place down marble on this step for that as well. There needs to be an area for the stairs in the house. I recommend using the same texture for the stairs as the floor around it. Make sure to make the stair proportions look good. Don't make them too wide, thin, or too high up. Step 4. Walls. Outline the floors with 2 building blocks for the inside wall and the outside wall. Do not make them super tall or short. I normally age up to 100 and then double me, but it doesn't have to be super specific. I use plastic building blocks as the wall base texture, but you can always change them once you finalize it. You do not need color paths to make your walls look good. The preset colors for building blocks are pretty good already. I just wouldn't suggest using the grass texture for anything but grass since it's preset as green. To figure out rooms, I color code them. It doesn't have to be nice colors because these aren't permanent. I normally use like neon colors to distinct amongst each other, but color code in a way you would remember. Use whatever texture you want for the outside walls once finished with the inside walls. If you're making a rustic house, then you could use Foley wood outer walls, then a different color of wood panels around it would look good. I normally don't put wood panels around the whole thing, mostly just the front. Modern houses can use marble, wood, or plastic as the outside walls. Step 5. Doors and windows. Figure out where the doors and windows will go. Slide the walls away from those areas, then place more wall above them. If you're making rooms inside, such as the kitchen to the dining room, I suggest just making a cased opening, which basically has the sides of a big door but no actual door in the middle. It's basically just like a walkway. I made a video on 5 different types of doors and another on 5 different types of windows that are pretty easy to make if you want to follow those or just get inspiration from them. There's no way to make doors that actually work, but if you want to test around with shower doors, you can place a block over a shower and use the glass door from those. Although I personally don't actually use that technique because you would have a thick wall right next to the entrance, you can definitely try that out. The room doors can also be a bit smaller than the outside facing doors, but overall same with the walls, don't make them massive or too small. There can be main windows and doors that can be bigger, especially if you're doing a multi-story modern house. It would look nice to add a tall window. Most of my doors are already open, so I don't have to edit them to open every time I want to walk through them, and you can use a glass pane item for windows. Step 6. Roof. Make the roof. This is the most difficult part depending on what roof you make. If you have porches, then add pillars or fences for more detail and structure. The roof types I normally use are flat roof, gable roof, shed roof, and hip roof. You can look up roof types and see a bunch of different roofs to experiment with. Also, if you have a porch or different heights of walls, you can use different types of roofs for one house. Any block material can be used for the roof. I mainly use plastic or wood textures though. There should be a bit of an overhang from the roof over the side of the walls, and if you want, you can add a chimney. Step 7. Color. Choose a color palette for each room. It has to match the overall theme. I suggest using similar colors to white, hurricane gray, and smoky gray. Those are some of my favorite colors and they work for almost every theme. If you want to be serious about this, you have to keep the theme and the colors really nice together. I just mess around with the color palette and kind of just get inspiration from other colors. Step 8. Decorate. Decorate the inside and the outside of the house using items that match your theme and color palette. If you don't have custom colors, then that's okay. There are a lot of color versions to items you can purchase. You can change the texture of the outer or inner walls. You can add wood panels or marble, and then you can also add trim around your house. If you're really confused about how to do that, make sure to check out my building block tips video. Optional. Add fencing that relates to your theme skirting around the house or the whole plot. If you're interested in creating your own custom house or builds, definitely go for it. It's really fun to do. RoCitizens has a lot of flexibility with their building block system and some pretty cool furniture, which makes building awesome. If you have any cool builds, make sure to send them to me. I'd love to help critique or be awed by how cool they all are, even if they're not just houses. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and have an amazing day. Bye!